Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Disney Lorcana video, and today we're going to do a little Pokemon versus Lorcana talk here, and because I was looking at some of the sets and just thinking like, is Lorcana actually better, like more profitable to buy than Pokemon? Because I buy both of these products myself, but I kind of want to do a side-by-side comparison because I feel like Pokemon and Lorcana right now have very similar models to their product where to build decks and get everything you need, there are lower rarity, and it like all the low rarity stuff is like very, very cheap. But then like the high-end collector alt arts are what really drive the value in the set. So they kind of have that similar model. So I want to see like, for your money, is it better to buy a box of Pokemon product or is it better to buy a box of Lorcana product? So what I've done is I pulled up the last 4 sets of each, and we're going to do a side-by-side comparison. So we'll start with the newest. We'll look at Pitch Black and compare that to Attack of the Vine. They both released right at the same time, so it should be a fair comparison, right? So in Pokemon, your high chase cards are going to be special illustration rares and then these mega hyper rares, right? So if we look at first the box price, right? So a box price of Pitch Black, market price is about $216, okay? And if we look at special illustration rares, I would say Enchanted to special illustration rare is a very similar pull rate. I think special illustration rares are a little bit easier, like slightly easier to pull than Enchanted, so we'll keep that in mind. But I'd say roughly you buy X amount of boxes, you're probably going to get a similar amount of Enchanteds to SIRs, right? And then these mega hyper rares are harder to get than SIRs, but I think they're easier to get than Iconics, right? And for some whatever reason in Pokemon, like Pokemon, they do not like the Mega Hypers. A lot of times they're actually cheaper than the big special illustration rare. So if we look at Pitch Black, the Mega Darkrai is top of the set at about 300, and then we have the Gold at about 215. But then other special illustration rares in the slot, Morpeko's down to 70 lowest listed. Zeraora is about 60 lowest listed. And then Chandelure's at about 50. And then you can get down and you can get this Gladion's Final Battle in that SIR slot at only about $30 to $35. So it tapers off very quickly, right? There is some decent value like this Misty in the UR slot at like 30 something is decent value. But just looking at the first page here, you can see that if you buy a box at 200, if you don't hit, like literally, if you don't hit either the Mega Darkrai's, there's no single card that's going to get you the value of the box back. There is some combination, like you could maybe pull a lower SIR and then maybe like a good Misty's Vitality, but you're really struggling to make up the value of the box if you do not pull like the Darkrai, right? Let's look at Attack of Vine. Attack of the Vine booster box is very similar price. Let me see, where is it here? About 210. So box for box, you're paying about the same price. Now, when you go into here, we know we have the Iconics, and we could just say that those are an outlier, but you have that chance at that home run, like $2,000 to $3,000 card, right? But now if we just look at Enchanted, which I would say is a very similar to that SIR slot, you have right now about $900, $500, another like $400 to $500 card. Here's one in the 350s, 250s, 200 plus. This one's close to 200, right? So if we go here, I mean, we can go almost the entire first page. We can go all the way down. I mean, we go down to like the bottom end Enchanted. Looks like Melon Lee or Carl and Russell at about 125 to 130. So even if you pull the worst Enchanted possible, you're still getting close to your box value. And I'm counting what we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to say 9 because there's another weird Enchanted on the next page. I think Aladdin and Genie got thrown off. That's 9. And then 10, 11, if you count the 2 Iconics, that's like 11 cards you could pull that will get you your full box value back, right? So I would say if we're looking at these two together, I'd say you're probably better off going with the Lorcana box, right? We can see a similar trend in other sets. Let's look at Chaos Rising. And don't worry, guys, I'm not going to forget about Ascended because I know you Pokemon, fans out there are going to want me to talk about Ascended. We'll talk about that as well. But if we look here, box price of Chaos Rising, let's find it quick. Box price is about 190, so about 200-ish, right? Which is pretty consistent with what we're seeing. But once again, top of the set, Mega Greninja, both of the Mega Greninjas, 220 and about 200. And then the Cincino SIR is about 63, Mega Dragalge at about 40, Floette 30. I mean, gosh, some of these, I haven't looked at Chaos Rising in a while. Some of these are getting real cheap. As is Tranquility is 25, Roxy is about 22, and that's it, right? So once again, if you're buying a box of Chaos Rising, really, if you're not hitting the 2 Mega Greninjas, you're probably not getting your box value back, right? And then we go back to Wilds Unknown, which would be the comparable set here. We've got Buzz and Merida. You've got your 2 home run hitters. Once again, Wilds Unknown box prices, these are probably a little high, 220. So you're paying a little bit more for a Wilds Unknown box, but look at this. You got a $500 card. You've got a Alien right now, market price is close to 500. Jesse is probably sitting around more 200, 225. Mr. Incredible, 150. Mr. Incredible, 125. Jack 140. Touch the Sky, 130. Frozone, 120-ish. Syndrome 100 to 120, Milo 100, and you got a few like kind of 100s, and you get some cheaper ones. Leviathan at 78, I think is a really cool card. I'd almost pick that up. Zippers at 78, Isabel at 79. So you do have like this set has some more that like in the $100 range. But once again, if you hit an enchanted on this, you're at least getting probably at least half your value back. Whereas if we go into Chaos Rising, my SIR could be Roxy's Performance at 22, right? And I could be like looking at a not very good box there. So it's just interesting to me, right? Because as I'm looking at this, either way you look at it, either box you buy is a gamble, because if you don't hit the big chase pull card, you're not going to get your box value back. But it just seems to me like Lorcana has way more value in those slots, like way more variety of things that you can pull. Let's go to Perfect Order. Now, this is big frowny face for Pokemon. This is one of probably their worst set of the year. But Perfect Order, yeah, boxes for 170. But here, I mean, you hit one of the 2 big chases, you're only getting a $130 card. So this doesn't even have a single card that can make up the box value. And then Mega Clefable at about 60, Mega Zygarde 60, Rosa's Encouragement about 50, Mega Starmie at about 50. So yeah, a lot of cheaper. This does have a couple, like the thing with Pokemon is you do get like a decent illustration rare pool where you can get stuff like this Clefairy. There might be some $20 to $30 IRs on there. But, you know, Lorcana also has epics where some sets have good epics in it, right? I would say that's the pretty comparable comp there. But yeah, comparing Perfect Order to Winter Spell, it's just like no contest, right? Winter Spell boxes, one set, this is crazy. Winter Spell box is the same price as Perfect Order, but look at how much value is in Winter Spell. You have Iconics that are $1,500. You have an Elsa Ice Artisan, which is probably like the current hottest enchanted on the market, right? Like this and like the Pooh Piglet, like these are like iconic priced enchanteds. Eeyore's just been insane, 700, Ohana 400, Cold Never Bothered Me 250, Anna 250, Bell 200, Angel 300, Raging Storm 350, Colors of the Wind 200. I mean, Winter Spell is loaded with probably 10 plus cards that are going to make your box value back, right? Even on the lower end, I mean, Negaduck at 100 is on the lower end still. So, I mean, Winter Spell is crazy, right? Now, Ascended Heroes is a place where, like, you look at the set, this is the only, like, modern Pokemon set to me that looks like just a regular Lorcana set right now, right? So, you would say that you've got like your Mega Gengar and your Pikachu. These we could say we could equate these to like the iconic pricing. These are easier to pull than iconics though. That's the benefit, right? So $1,200, $1,300 for those. And then yeah, you've got an $800 SIR here. You've got a $400 SIR, $400 SIR. We have a gold at 300 here. We've got a 185, 160, 170 here on these SIRs. So here's the crazy thing. It takes a set like Ascended Heroes, like I feel like this amount of value on high-end cards, this looks similar to a Lorcana set. The problem is, you know, Ascended Heroes doesn't have booster boxes. So we don't have like booster box price to compare to, but like, well, let's find like a realistic thing you could buy, right? Like just a booster bundle or something like that. Try to figure out like price of something. So like, okay, this is a good comparison. An Elite Trainer box, which has what, like 9 packs in it, is going for the same price of like a Winter Spell box, $170, right? Like that's insane. A booster bundle. This is 6 packs for $80. You're paying like over $10 a pack, right? Whereas Lorcana, you can get at LGSs, a lot of LGSs, you can still get Lorcana at retail or close to retail. And so you're paying like $6 a pack. So Ascended Heroes is going to be roughly double the price in the pack to just have the opportunity to get similar pull rates to say like a Lorcana set. We can even just compare to Whispers, right? Here's our 2 iconics. This is going to be about like the price of those big SIRs. You have a $700 Enchanted, $500 Enchanted, $300 Enchanted, $250 Enchanted, $225, $200, $200, $200. I mean, this has about as many bangers in it as Ascended Heroes. And I would say Whispers isn't even like the best set of the modern stuff, right? Like, that's just crazy to me. So anyways, I'm not doing this to like troll people or to like cause a fight for like Pokemon fans. Like, I'm a fan of both, right? I'm just saying, looking at this from a logical like market perspective, if you can buy a box of Disney Lorcana or a box of Pokemon at the going rate, you have way better chance of hitting some banger money out of a Lorcana box than a Pokemon box. So in this video, I am declaring Lorcana the winner over Pokemon in terms of what box should you buy. Once again, could be controversial, but I feel like the evidence is just like right here in front of us. So anyways, guys, let me know what your opinion is. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy Pokemon. Like, Pokemon's super fun to open and rip or whatever, but I'm just saying like, you might not want to go into the hype. Like, I feel like stuff like Chaos Rising and Perfect Order, like even getting those boxes at 170 to 190, like you shouldn't be overpaying for that. Like, the reason why these boxes go up in price is because people are willing to pay that. And I think Pokemon is getting so insane that people are just mindlessly buying any product with no regard to what is actually in the packs, right? Like, Ascended Heroes is the only like really justified like hype. Like, if you see Ascended in the wild, you need to buy it up like crazy. But like right now, like Perfect Order, Pitch Dark or whatever, like these newer sets, like even finding these at retail, like I'm not like jumping up and down to buy these. Like, if I find an ETB for $50 at Walmart, I might get one, but I'm not going to go crazy and buy them out because where's the value? So Pokemon is going crazy because people are scalping sealed right now, and people are just buying and selling the sealed. And unfortunately, people are buying sealed at scalp prices to open, and you're not going to get your value back. So it's really kind of sad. But anyways, guys, let me know if you agree or disagree with my assessment. But I'm declaring Lorcana the winner of best boxes to buy over Pokemon. Let me know what you all think. Please like and subscribe if you like this content, and please join my Discord for more Lorcana discussion, Market Watch discussion. If you want to chat with me, give me ideas of things to cover on the channel, my Discord link is posted in the description of all my videos. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.